Welcome to That's Debatable. My name is Ryan Dietrich, here with my guys, Jeremiah Bays and Will Ward.
Yeah.
It is Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, man. We're getting after it. We got the big game coming up Sunday. College basketball is well underway. We just had the NHL All-Star break. The NFL Pro Bowl was over the weekend ahead of the game. NBA trade deadlines are looming. NBA All-Star Game underway, March Madness. All the good things are coming. We got a lot going on. How you boys doing? What's good?
Man, we doing, man. Glad to be here. Ready for the Super Bowl coming up. It ain't my boys, but hey, it's all good. Chiefs, Eagles. Should be an exciting game, man. Got LeBron out ready for tonight.
Yep. I was going to say you in all black because that record's getting broken.
Hopefully not tonight, but hopefully he gets close. Just get him ready for, coming up, going back to L.A.
Going to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, they're in L.A. tonight. So the cool thing would be
break it tonight.
No, they're in L.A. on Thursday, too.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right. My bad.
All right. Hey, see?
Anyways. All right.
Because Shannon Sharp was talking about flying to the game both times.
I got you.
Because
So it's just against the
the FS1 show, this ain't no plug for FS1, but the FS1, they're going to be at the Super Bowl, which I can't wait for, the Yamo Media Network to travel to one of these future Super Bowls, and we
like
get to,
that, like
that'll
that.
be kind of dope. We gonna get to do that one time for the one time, and then it's going to be a lot of times. But, but they're going, he said if he didn't break the record tonight, he got a PJ on standby in Arizona, because of course Super Bowl's in Arizona. Yeah, PJ on standby in Arizona to go make sure he get to LA to make sure he see Bron break that record on Thursday. So Shannon Sharp, one of the the most diehard Bron fans, he gonna bring out the GOAT mask and everything, cigars, all that. It's the whole shebang. We ain't gonna
If
do
they're
that.
in LA tonight, man, hopefully he
but
do
they
break
in
it
LA.
tonight then.
But I just seen that his whole family, his high school friends, everybody gonna be in attendance. He need 36 points tonight. I didn't even know he was starting off with Bron. I don't even know how he got here, but hey, why not? He might break the record. Let's get this out. We still got 2 hours before the next game.
Well, that's all right. We'll we just clearing it up. I do want to get into that a little bit later because maybe we can
No,
because we can touch the sports betting thing. That game don't start till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Still
we
got
got a little
time
bit
to
of
get one
time.
line
Maybe we
in.
can build one of those patented parlays with Bays. We're gonna keep it local though. Pump the brakes. Ohio State Buckeyes.
just lost to
The
that
only
team up
records,
north.
the only records they would be breaking would be like losing streaks and poor performance from both squads, ladies and the men. Ladies are still ranked in the top 25. They've lost 4 or 5. Men, it's gross. They've dropped 9 of 10. Slide, man. The freshman Bryce Sinsbaugh from Ohio State's about the only offensive thing they got going. Ladies are just kind of in shambles all across the way. And I don't know if it's just conference play. I mean, you guys are both Columbus natives. The Big Ten is tough. It's they always talk about it. And unfortunately, Buckeye men ain't going to survive. They aren't making the tournament. There's no bones about it. And
NIT.
I mean,
What, not interning. What does that actually stand? What does that actually
National Invitational Tournament.
Oh, okay. So you're not interning.
Yeah, not interning. So, and, we always talk, the Big 12 is arguably the best conference in college basketball.
Go Blue. First of all, I am a Tar Heel fan in college basketball, so I don't. We also lost to Duke, so I mean,
That's right.
We lost to Duke this weekend, but I see them go. We ain't no TTUN team.
That was a hell of a game, though.
Which one? Duke and North Carolina.
Duke and North Carolina, always a good game.
Always a good game, but it was their first time beating us, and they had to get them stains out of last year out their mouth. We sent Coach K home both times in the tournament and at his home final game in Durham. So
that's right.
That felt good. But the new era kind of got the dub. But we're going to see him again. I ain't worried about it.
Back to the Buckeyes.
Yeah, back to the Buckeyes.
I mean, you said they were, 9 and 10.
Lost
in their
9
last
to 10.
10.
Yeah, they've.
And the only game that they won was
Minnesota?
at the beginning of this year was Northwestern.
Oh.
They've 1-10 this year.
In conference play.
Just period this year. I mean, in 2023,
gotcha.
1-10.
Calendar year.
Yeah,
Ooh,
calendar year.
Shit, man.
Just 1-10. So the last team they beat was Northwestern. They play again on Thursday. That'll be Northwestern again. Ooh. So, I mean, I know they had an injury from Zed Key. I think he hurt his shoulder or something like that. But I know he's the dominant big man that they kind of rely on for a little bit. But like you said, Sasha Ball, he's the force that they have right now. It's going to take a lot more than just those guys. So, I mean, we saying NIT, and they started off pretty hot. I mean, when they slid, they're 11-12 right now, and losing the last 10 games.
Yep.
we see you can do the math real easy. Don't take a Yale scientist to do that. It's just getting rough right now. So I don't know if that puts the coach on the hot seat or
That
has to get the conversation has to go there.
I've heard a little bit of that. 97.1 local sports radio. Chris Holtman. Should he goes at time, those things. He's made the tournament every year. So we'll see. As the season finishes out, they still got 8 games I think left, 7 or 8. They finished strong. We'll see. A lot of young kids too losing. E.J. Liddell and Malachi Branham. Tough spots to replace. So, maybe this is just one of those hit a slump, see if they can finish the year strong.
When them boys come up there next year, from Pick North.
Yep. And, we'll have some addition, some new blood, mixed with these freshmen who will be, sophomore, juniors next year. That's a good thing there. The Lady Buckeyes, at least, I was looking at that. They've lost 4 of their last 5. But one of those is the number 10 Iowa, number 6 Indiana, number 8 Maryland. So losing to 3 top-ranked teams. But still, man, that's conference play, division opponents, whatever.
We're second to last in the Big Ten.
You got to get after it. Who's last in the Big Ten?
Minnesota.
And we got Minnesota, the ladies got Minnesota coming up tomorrow. Men got Ohio Northwestern, you said on Thursday. So hopefully the Buckeyes can get 2 wins again this week.
It ain't looking good.
But
it ain't looking good. In the women's side, LSU is running stuff anyway. Angel Reese is going crazy, and then you got Foe dropping a music video every week. They going crazy out there in Louisiana, and then South Carolina too.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, Buckeye girls just try to get back on track and just give it your all. But it's looking like LSU is Vegas right now.
They looking good.
She just had like 20 and 22 boards the other night. Reese, they going crazy. Shout out to
and that's tough when you got player of the year candidates like that can really just wreck the game. The Ohio State ladies definitely more of a unit, a whole squad. Bench players deep, 8 people. They get it done as a team. The good thing is, as basketball's a team sport, man. When you get a good squad rolling through the tourney and some of those things. That full court defense, and also they're going to be battle tested. So the Lady Buckeyes facing all these top 10 opponents, that's a good thing. That's only going to make them better, especially in the Big Ten tournament. And then as we get into March Madness. So, hey, a little slump. Sometimes that's what a team needs, to get out of it. I think the Tampa Bay Bucks, didn't they lose a few before they had the bye week and then went on a tear and won the ship? So some things like that.
Jay Lucas is caping for the female Bucks.
There you go, Jay. What up, Jay?
The top tier player for the Lady Bucks has been out. Benefit of the doubt with injuries and stuff. So, and been back since Maryland. I'll give you that. So, what's up, Jay? Always good to hear from the crew. So, if you are watching, thank you for tuning in. Share the link, please. Please jump in the comments, chat with us, let us know what's going on. And when you share, please share with a caption. Check these guys out. It's lit over there. Something, just say something other than just sharing it. That's all I do. Words help. I will highly appreciate that. All right. That's Lady Buckeyes. College basketball has been awesome. We talk about sports betting all the time. Definitely a big thing. And as we get towards conference tournaments and March Madness, it's going to heat up and get live, especially this year. There's a lot of parity in men's college basketball. Purdue just went down to Indiana last week. Indiana. Can't get a win. Excuse me. So there's a lot of change amongst the top, 10, 15 in men's college basketball. So that just makes it more exciting. Going to be a lot of upsets in the tourney. But let's get into over the weekend. It's been 7 days since we seen you. Over the weekend, I caught a little bit of it. Let's talk about the NFL Pro Bowl games. Or what did you watch instead of the Pro Bowl games? Like we talked, Thursday they had the big catch. They had a gridiron gauntlet. So I saw moving the chains.
I like that moving the chains.
What was that? I just saw a little bit on the TV at the gym when I was working.
So what it was the offensive linemen, I think some of the defensive linemen in general, big boys, the guys in the trenches. They had
literally,
it was weights, like probably about 100-pound plates, and they had them on a sled. Yep. They had to take the plates off as fast as they could. Then they had the yard markers. and they were attached to handles, and they had to pull them probably about 10 yards. AFC won, of course. You know, that's what AFC do, except for in the Super Bowl. Stay tuned for more. But
Yeah, the AFC gonna win it this year.
stay tuned for more.
So I didn't know where you were going when you just said that.
Yeah.
The offensive lineman won the sled challenge, the gauntlet
I
challenge,
got
or
you.
whatever.
Right.
They're not winning
Move
the
the
Super Bowl.
chains.
Move the
Right.
chains. But that was one
Right.
of the fun events. They had the dodgeball. They had.
I saw
I
a
missed
little
this
bit of
year's
the flag
dodgeball.
football.
I'm mad I missed the dodgeball. It was cool last year. Like it was Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson against Stephon Diggs.
That was cool.
So and we ended up winning. Well, I say we because those are my guys.
Know you boys.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of that. The flag. I saw a little bit of the flag football.
Yeah, I seen a pick six from Jair Alexander. Trevor threw a pick six. And that's really about it. I seen Jared Goff fumble. Yeah, I ain't really. Amon-Ra had a couple passes. I didn't see nothing too major. Then I went to go get pizza. Then Sunday and Saturday,
so what'd you watch instead?
It was an NBA showcase all weekend. So I've been, sports betting parlays with Bays. Been trying to hit on my parlays. That's really what I was focused on.
Nice.
But yeah, I seen that little couple drives and I went and got pizza.
What'd you watch this weekend, Will?
I did watch the football game. Seeing how they started off, and it was kind of a weird format. They had two halves, and what I saw was Geno Smith and him and Huntley was going back and forth. It was, I think this was more.
Can you say that sentence one more time?
Geno Smith and Huntley?
That's the problem, right? That's why I ain't watching stuff like that. But I know there's probably
That's literally who started the game on.
I know. That's the thing. That's
Yeah, right. What do you?
I don't know. That's what the fans want. I don't understand how Huntley got in there out of everybody in the AFC.
What do you mean that's what the fans want? I saw that when I was like, "Here's your starters." Like, why is Lamar Huntley in this thing?
See,
I don't know.
They
got
got
all
Lamar
the-
Huntley.
But those guys, I think it was more of a fan event. It felt like a Harlem Globetrotter type feel. It wasn't the normal, boring NFL Pro Bowl that we've been used to for the last few years. It was something new. It was something different. It was a little bit more exciting. I think they gained a little bit more positivity from this instead of losing and getting that negative flack that they've been getting.
Gotcha.
So that's what I took from
And in
it.
terms of fan experience, like maybe that's it. Maybe like to me, it's a lot of fun to be there and all the other stuff going on outside of it.
Right, yeah,
Maybe
so
from the TV, it's
A
hard.
real
to,
event.
right. Just going to it. I don't know. All right.
It was some players liked it, some players didn't. You got players like Geno Smith said he thought it was cool, but that's the thing. Geno might not ever go back to a Pro Bowl, so he might have actually liked that experience, and he haven't got to see what the old era was like. You got guys like Josh Jacobs kind of thought it was iffy, but I think Jalen Ramsey tackled somebody.
Yeah, I did see somebody. I saw Tyreek getting hit.
Yeah, that's what we talking about. Yeah, there it is. But it was all right. I thought it was gonna be more competitive because it is flag, and if you have seen flag games do go down. Like big tournaments, 7-on-7 is real huge. So like I thought it would have been something, but it's still my players not trying to get hurt and just out there just to, it is a somewhat vacation for them because I'm pretty sure I seen a lot of like your 49ers there. I'm sure they would like to be playing this week.
Right.
Sure.
I seen I don't know how many of your Bengals was there. I know
Yeah,
Jamar
Chase was there.
Yeah,
Trey Hendrickson was there, but of course Joey B. He said he opted out. He ain't coming.
Yeah, that's how guys like Tyler Huntley get in, but
Yeah.
because of Joe Burrow, Josh Allen feel like they should be playing in the Super Bowl instead of just taking advantage of stuff like this and just giving something better to the fans.
And I was hearing that there was some guys they were saying how just it's not the same. A lot of I remember it was Keyshawn Johnson was saying how those guys used to take advantage of the Pro Bowl being in Hawaii, and it just being like an actual bring your family to the game. It's a vacation. And now, you've been seeing it, in Vegas, which, and that's still bring your wife or something like that. I don't really see Vegas as being a kid town, but I don't get the same, what word I want to use, like the same flair, the same glitz and glamour that the old Pro Bowl used to
Vibe.
have.
Gotcha.
They don't get the same vibe.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. It ain't what it used to be. It ain't no Sean Taylor, rest in peace, Sean
And
Taylor.
that's
Big
always,
hits.
whenever you think of
It ain't
football, Pro Bowl, that's one of the biggest things that you think
It ain't
about.
Brian Dawkins. It ain't the uniforms and the team helmet. It ain't that no more. It's now we obviously had a flat game. They trying to get the players from being injured.
Shit, they weren't even wearing jerseys. They were wearing T-shirts.
Yeah, they was wearing dry fits. Stuff I wear to work.
All right. What? I got questions. Did you see Tom Brady there? Was he in Vegas?
Nah, Tom's somewhere on vacation already. I seen Tom in
Horseback riding.
Nah, Tom was in his tidy whities on a bed, like with some palm trees behind him, asking Edelman, and I think it was Edelman,
What?
Gronk posted. Man, hey, I'll pull it up. I didn't add it to the chat because I know kids is watching this show, but Tom was posted in not in the nude, but.
right,
he had his
man,
package
he free, man.
All right, y'all.
He free.
Tom
man.
somewhere on vacation.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
chilling. They didn't have Fox didn't have no plans of him retiring. It was all random as far as everyone else was concerned outside of Tom Brady and maybe his inner circle. But like otherwise he would be a part of the broadcast crew. But they weren't prepared for that. So he will be a part of the broadcast crew next year. Yeah, fat bags. Just like it's like. Tom Brady's retiring from the NFL, and now he got to be on TV. So, it takes away from the little guys like us. Like, he the GOAT and all, but, I would like that spot.
I didn't want to discuss it just so fast, but, I mean, if Tom is going to sit out next year, and I don't want to, discredit Adam Dale. He's been a great producer. But I know that Tom is probably going to be looking for somebody other than like Tony Romo or Chris Collinsworth or just a sidekick.
Hold on. They'll cut my pitch off. We could all be the sidekicks here. Where were you going with this?
Where you think I was
going? Yeah, so you cut my pitch off to try to throw yourself in there.
You work with Tom?
Yeah, I work with Tom. Me and him could do the Thursday night football. What's my man's name? Kirk Herbstreit is too busy. I see him everywhere. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. He all over the place. So, he could go he focused on college anyway. I don't even know why he doing the NFL. Me and Tom Brady could go ahead. Us and Tom Brady could go ahead and get Thursday night on Amazon. Thursday night on Amazon. I mean, all jokes, laughs, and giggles, but on a serious tip now, we really, that's a real opportunity. You never know. Put that out there, and he might see it.
All right. And with that, we're going to go to a quick break, just like Tom Brady going to retirement.
So are we giving him his flowers, too?
We're going to come back and give him some
I'm about
flowers.
to say,
we're going to step
should we
aside.
do that over? Should we have people guess his yardage?
We'll do it back. We'll be right back on That's Debatable.
Elias, only change you orange, Eli. Is he the kind of player that you think can put a team on his back and carry them to a district final?
So I think he could be, but the thing with Elias is I don't think he needs to be because they have three really good guards. Mikey McCollum's been hurt in and out this year, but he's committed to Hillsdale, who's had a really good season in D2. They got Jordan Edwards going to Ashland. I think he's one of the best passers in Ohio. Not much of a shooter, but he creates offense, and Mikey and Elias are both knockdown shooters. So they got a lot of good role players too. Nick Chapman, he's a senior. Not a flashy player or anything, but he'll take charges. He'll knock down open shots. But yeah, I think, in those games when he needs to, Elias can take over a game. He had a 40-plus point game against Thomas Worthington earlier this season. And, I think in March, guard play always wins, and they got three really talented guards. So.
Need help with digital marketing? Yamo has what you need to optimize your digital engagement and take your business to that next level. Yamo is a full-service media collective that offers multiple services, including digital marketing, to optimize your company's success. These services include promotional and posting assistance, social media analysis, as well as market analysis. If interested, please reach out through the website or the email featured below.
Welcome back, gang. Thanks for sitting tight with us. Hope you're still in the chats. Let's see. Ryan Dietrich, Jeremiah Bays, Will Ward, AD behind the desk as always. We are live down here at Yamo Studios in the heart of Columbus, Ohio. Tom Brady just retired. While we were off air, we were trying to guess how many rushing yards Tom Brady had in his career. Tom Brady don't run that much. He played 23 NFL seasons. To my surprise, well, we were pretty close. I mean, start with under 1,000 because, 50 yards a season, something like that. Tom Brady only rushed for 600 and what?
93 yards.
93 yards in his entire career. That's 30 yards a season. That ain't
Career
very
high
much.
was 110.
He threw. Do you have those numbers still?
What, last year's stats or his total?
Totals, yeah.
He 89,000 yards, 89,214 total yards. I wish he could have threw one more touchdown, but he couldn't. So 649. Only 649 touchdowns, 97.2 QBR, 212 interceptions, and 693 yards on the ground.
Yikes. Dude, that's a lot. 89,000 yards. The biggest question Tampa's got is not where and what Tom Brady's doing, but who's going to play QB next season. You guys thought about that at all? Who's going to be quarterbacking in Tampa?
It's a lot of open chairs out there that can be
Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G going to
I seen
Tampa?
that Derek Carr, he was heading over to the Saints today, so I don't know if we want to take his name out of the
Aaron?
hat.
Wait.
Aaron maybe going out to Vegas.
Wait, Carr going to...
They had him. He got a visit from the Saints today.
Ooh, all right.
So
I didn't see that.
Yeah, man. Hey, you heard it here first. But
I don't like the Saints.
All right. But Derek Carr down in the
It's
dome
something
again.
called Bounty
all right.
Gate that sticks in my craw.
All right. Sean Payton went to Denver.
yeah, so
Don't like
Russell's
that
they-
guy
there.
either.
Who's the head coach down in New Orleans then? We don't know yet.
It was.
All right, we'll check it
Help
out.
us out.
I did know that.
Yo was in the chat. All right. Derek
Kyle-
Carr
Oh
visiting
yeah,
New
Kyle
Orleans.
Trask is the
Anybody? Lamar going down to Tampa? I did see a headline.
Kyle Trask was the backup. Kyle Trask
Oh, that's right.
from Florida. But they might draft somebody. They
He's a pretty good prospect, though. I think.
sitting behind the GOAT could have helped him. It was He'd
That's
been there
right.
for 2 years, sitting, just chilling. The best preparation you could get. You see what it did for guys like Jimmy G, Jacoby Brissett. Maybe Kyle Trask could definitely, come in, be a seat filler. I wouldn't say that he's going to be the guy, but then again, you never know. He could come in and have his Brock Purdy moment. You just got to get if and when you get your opportunity, it's all about what you do with that opportunity. And if you ball out, you ball out. Might possibly even be baller of the week.
There you go, Kyle Trask, future baller of the
Brock
week.
Purdy's. I mean, he's still under contract in San Francisco.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
No,
Ain't going
he's
nowhere.
not going nowhere, but he's injured. No,
gotta hang on
it's
to him.
what would they do? If anything, they going is trade that's going somewhere.
Throw Baker in there.
Nah, Baker's staying in L.A. He's gonna be groomed by. I think he's gonna stay in L.A. He's gonna be groomed by Sean McVay. He gonna do. I think
Sean McVay still going
Matt
to be there.
Stafford going.
he's
to
already
Tampa.
he's already coming back. No, Matt Stafford's staying in. Everybody's staying. They're staying in L.A. Everybody's staying in L.A. except for Jalen Ramsey. Hopefully, he could come to Minnesota. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Vikings fan.
Cam
I really
Newton.
seen.
Cam Newton.
Nah,
in
he
Tampa.
DU
Cam
is
is
done.
Cam is our competition.
He's
man.
done
doing
it all.
podcasts. And Cam is on Twitch.
Yeah,
Cam ain't doing too much.
It's a wrap. It is done. Once you get your spot taken from
right.
Mac Jones, it's over. That's bad mac and cheese.
All right, there you go. I forgot about Kyle Trask. He was pretty good out of
We
Florida,
don't-
and I think they took a first or
There's
second
gonna be
rounder
some
on him.
musical chairs. You could see somebody like if they don't got nobody playing,
Hey, Aaron.
Gardner Minshew. I don't think they're gonna trade him to another NFC team. Hopefully,
They don't manage the organization too well.
Aaron Rodgers is always on the podcast. What's with McAfee talking? Or no, it was what term? I think he was just at a golf tournament. He
yeah.
was doing something, and they brought up.
Yeah, he was at the-
he said he was talking about how all the fans is talking Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. And then it was clips of Devontae Adams was like, that'll be a dream come true or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. We've seen that story. It ends with NFC Championship failure. But hey, if you want them to get them up out of the NFC North, you could go ahead.
Well, the good thing is if they were in Las Vegas, they couldn't lose in the NFC Championship. So might change things up there. All right. Well, there you go. That's what we got. There's some speculation there. We're going to keep moving to
Shout out-
people who are at,
I'm going to say shout out Brian Flores, new defensive
I was
coordinator.
there
waiting
you
for
go.
you to say that.
New defensive coordinator for Minnesota Vikings.
All right, well, flowers. But we're going to talk to people who are actually still playing football. That brings us to the big game. On account, I can't say those trademarked words, but y'all know what happens Sunday. It's at 6:30. Philadelphia is still a 1.5-point favorite. The over/under has gone up to
You can't say
51.
no words.
The big SB.
You gotta call it the big game
Why?
because it's trademarked. So if you ever listen to radio, they won't say those words. It's just the big game. So
Oh.
It's business.
Now think about it. They
They're
did
gonna
say the game.
They're going to find Yamo and shut down the studios, and the FBI will be banging on the door by the end of this clip. Not really, but. So, anyway, back to it. We were right. We had a good hunch on maybe the overs at 49.5. I think one of you liked that. I don't remember. Or did we like the unders? What did you guys decide?
I don't know. Every game leading up to this game has been under the total score.
What's the spread?
The spread is, I thought is it
The spread.
49.5 or is it 50.5?
The over-under is 50. It's up to 51 last I saw in Caesars.
Yeah, it's a little under that, man.
I said the last I seen was 50.5. I thought.
I'm thinking that are we going predictions right now?
Give it to me. Give me what you got. I mean, when else are you going to do it?
Come
Next
on, man.
week?
It's all about easy money, man.
You going to do it next week?
Hey, nah, I mean, that'd be the easy money part of it, but I like Philly, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to really want to shoot it up, and I want to say, like, probably about 35-14 almost. I don't think that offense of
You said what score?
35-14, sir. 35-14 in the camera. Out to you guys.
That's 49.
I think that, like, we seen how they held the 49ers to just 7. I mean, minus Brock Purdy, minus not
Josh
an elite
Johnson.
quarterback. Josh Johnson.
He got hurt too.
Yeah, but you still had C-Mac. You still
He
had,
was hurt too.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of injuries. But, I mean, the main guy.
You heard what Ayuk said. Did you hear what Ayuk said?
Let him finish.
You don't want to let me finish,
Let me
man.
finish.
Oh, my fault.
I think what's been going on with Philly and that defense I think they're just going to give a lot to Kansas City, and they're going to be able to get the ball back into the hands of Jalen Hurts, and he's going to get the ball into the hands of guys like Smith, and then he's going to get the ball into the hands of Brown, and it's going to just keep being spread around. So I think that defense is going to either get pick 6. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring, and I think that defense is going to hold off Kansas City enough so they can, get the ball back.
You think the Eagles' defense is going to shut down Kansas City? It's a long way of saying that. They're giving up. And that's funny you bring that up. The Eagles' defense have given up 2 opposing quarterbacks since Thanksgiving. They gave up 33 points to Rodgers, but then they faced Tannehill. They only give up 10. Daniel Jones and Justin Fields, 20 apiece. Then they give up 40 to Dak. Then they give up 20 to Dalton, 16 to Davis Webb, 7 to Jones, and 7 to Brock Purdy. So the key there is that then when they play good quarterbacks and Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott, the Eagles defense gives up north of 33 points. So we'll see what.
Good, but that's the point though.
Yep, that's the point.
That exactly that right there. Now I don't know what your man Brandon Ayuk said, because like when you named those quarterbacks, I didn't hear anybody that you said that was really like legit. And I mean this 2022 Rodgers wasn't
Since
really
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, so this I don't know. But
It wasn't Burrow, it wasn't Josh Allen, it wasn't Trevor.
it wasn't the
etc.
gauntlet that's in the AFC.
Right.
They haven't really played nobody. But Brent, I like what Brandon Ayuk said. He
Are you
played.
talking about Philly?
Who did they play?
I said the same thing last week, and you crashed me on it.
Hey, bro, we talking about 2 different weeks now. Like
I said the exact same thing. They went through New York.
No, I'm
They
talking
went
about
through a
as far
banged up
as
49ers, and you killed me on it
I'm
last
talking
week.
about as far like the quarterback gauntlet. The quarterback gauntlet. They did. They
Same.
still went up against that 49er defense. They still went. The Giants. Okay, that's no. But like they played them 2 weeks in a row. Davis Webb and Danny Jones. Like
Here, I got it. The Eagles beat Brock Purdy, who is bad, but they beat the 49ers defense, which is good.
No,
That's
but
where I like.
So,
And I don't think
But
that,
they beat a
that
hurt
Kansas City,
Brock Purdy,
That Kansas
who
City
couldn't throw the
defense
ball.
is nowhere near as close as what Philly's defense is.
I think 1,000% that the Kansas City Chiefs defense is underrated. I clearly watched the Kansas City Chiefs defense shut down one of the best offenses in the league.
What?
Like everybody keep talking to me about these. Did Jamar Chase even score
are you
last?
talking about?
Like,
The best?
bro,
Who
I just watched
they
the
shut
Chiefs. I
down?
just watched the Chiefs go through.
Everybody had to go to commercial break.
I
This
just
dude's
watched.
talking
I just watched the
blasphemy right
whole.
now, man.
I just watched. I mean, I'd seen Joe Burrow throw 2 picks.
It's the offensive. Oh, he really went to commercial. Maybe he didn't.
Nah, I watched some Joe Burrow throw 2 picks.
It's the offensive
They went through
line,
Trevor
man.
Lawrence. The
That
Red
offensive
Hot
line-
Jags.
That offensive line.
The Red
of
Hot Jags.
Kansas City is going to be having to do that. It's going to look the exact same way that the Cincinnati Bengals look against them. You know what I'm saying? Philly's defense is going to wreak havoc all over Kansas City.
Like Brandon Ayuk said, he played both teams. He believed that the 49ers benefited I mean, the Eagles benefited from a hampered 49ers team, and then they got blown out by Patrick Mahomes. Like, they made that number one defense not look like a number one defense at all.
That was week 7 or week 8?
Somewhere in there. It was the first. I mean, y'all just got C-Mac. It was right after that
Something
trade.
like that.
He played because I think that was his first game. But I think the Kansas City Chiefs defense is definitely underrated. They're young. They're young. They got the top 3. They got the top 3 players. Now the Eagles do have the 7 of the top 10, but the Chiefs have the top 3 players. This is also it's 11 on 11. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones, top 3 players. I think it's Jalen. Well, 3 of the top 4 because it's Jalen Hurts 3 and Chris Jones is 4. It's literally the rankings of I forgot. I don't know if it's NBC.
Chris Jones ain't about to score, my boy.
It's probably PFF. What you should probably add to that list, in my mind, would be Andy Reid.
Returning to play his old team.
Andy Reid gets a check mark over Nick Sirianni, right? Nick Sirianni's been a great coach. Andy Reid, dude, he's been doing this shit for a long time. This is 3 Super Bowls in 5 years.
This is the Andy Reid Bowl.
I mean,
anyway.
But if you're talking about who's got a better offense, the Eagles or the Chiefs, give that edge to one of the teams. Who's got a better defense, give that edge to one of the teams. Who's got the better head coach, give that edge to one of the
special teams.
Coaching is going to come up big in the Super Bowl, don't it?
Yeah. I just really feel like the Chiefs is going to get it done. Like they have everything they need. Their defense is underrated. Their defense is really underrated. They're not afraid of anything.
And you think that the Eagles' defense is really going to just show up and shut down the Chiefs' offense?
So you saying, is this going to be 2020 Chiefs versus Bucks, or is this going to be 2019 Chiefs versus 49ers, who also had the number 1 defense that year?
Or is this going to be the AFC Championship of 2023? I mean, just the game you just had of like a few.
It's not going to be the same.
But in that game, the Bengals Chiefs AFC Championship we just had, right? Couple turnovers. Good defensive line play, interceptions, not great offensive stuff. And that's what you're both saying is that underrated defense and a better defense. And so what I'm hearing is a few more turnovers, not quite as high scoring, a 20-23 game decided by a field goal based off of their defenses. All you two have done is talk about the defenses.
Just protect Patrick Mahomes.
It's not that easy.
Right.
They have a solid line. Their line has been revamped since that Buccaneers Super Bowl. Orlando Brown is a legit left tackle. They're gonna have to. They got the people to protect them. It's been 2 weeks off since
that ankle's
so he got the rest. He should be as close to 100% as you could possibly get. Travis Kelce and his back, he should be feeling better. And now can Kadarius Toney, Juju Smith-Schuster, Scantling. What's my other man's name? The one that started. Nico. Harmon's out. Harmon's out. So we need another MVS site. MVS need to be ready to step up again.
Came back.
Edwards-Helaire. I think Edwards-Helaire is underrated. Pacheco. I know he was like a 6th, 7th round pick, but that boy got some talent. Like he's electric, and he's a real bomber. He's a threat. He could take it anywhere. McKinnon is dangerous all over the place. And then as long as they got that player, they got the best player in the NFL right now, Patrick Mahomes. If you got Patrick Mahomes, I feel like you could win anything.
Yep.
That's pretty much what it come down to. Jalen Hurts still gonna have to show me. We might. I already said the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs by a tutty.
Final score.
At least about.
This is betting. You gotta make your picks because you gotta bet the spreads, you can points, props, all that shit.
I would do a couple of slips for this game. Because I would have one money line Chiefs. I would have one Chiefs plus 3.5. Just in case they do lose by a field goal. If they dominate, and I'm gonna have one without those stats, without the points at all, and just do some stats in there. But I really feel in the Chiefs. They've been there, done that. It's time for Patrick Mahomes to go ahead and get a second ring. I seen somebody say Jalen Hurts, do it for the culture. I'm like, okay, but whatever. It is what it is, man. I think Patrick Mahomes he's on another tier.
Do it for what level. Culture would that be?
I mean, I would assume. I don't know. Do it for the culture. That's what I seen the quote of. But I'm going with Patrick Mahomes anyway.
I mean, Philly's got.
I think it might be. You never know, man. Last time I seen Jalen Hurts in the championship game, he got pulled at halftime. So,
dude, right? Dude's come along. That was that shit was crazy.
Yeah. So,
look who's grown. Look who's in the Super Bowl first. It ain't Tua.
I know.
So,
Patrick Mahomes going to get ring number 2.
You taking Philly? You got a final
Yeah, I got
prediction?
Philly. I said 35-14. That'll get me to 49 with the under. But, I mean, I kind of like that, man.
See, that score just gave me the chills. I think you crazy.
Yeah, no way.
14 may be a little bit too low for Kansas City.
What they scored last week?
23.
Dude,
Oh,
if
it was 2020.
there's anybody in
They
any of my
definitely gonna score more
It
than
was
14 points.
2023.
They don't at least
my
get a
friends
field goal.
watching
At least
this show, they
17.
think you're losing it.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's
Where your
Kansas
boy
City's
Chief
hanging
Massey at?
30
What
at
he
least.
think? Where your boy Chef Massey at? What he
According,
think?
now, this
Chef's
according
over
to
there
Chiefs
booed up,
Kingdom.
man. Chef, hey, what do you think, man? I'll cut this a little bit later. Chef, Rich, what do y'all think? I got a lot of KC guys. I just don't think KC that offense. I don't want to say you take out Patty Mack because you can't really do that, but you eliminate him from being able to make those passes, which Cincinnati kind of, I don't want to say shut him down in the second half, but he wasn't making those same passes. He wasn't
Towards
really.
the end of the third, his leg was starting to get to him. I didn't know. Did start to limp.
They
towards
did
the-
it
He did start to limp
For
towards the end
4
of the
quarters,
game.
they did a pretty good job of containing
They contained
Mahomes.
them, yeah, and I think Philly is going to be even better than what Cincinnati was able to do. They're going to bring a lot more pressure, and they're not. I said the defense is going to be able to get Jalen Hurts the ball back. That's the main thing. If we have possession at the end of that game, which we had it in 2 minutes, but we didn't use the clock right.
I thought somebody fumbled. I keep
Dude,
saying,
but also that's what Philly just did against San Francisco. As
Yeah.
soon as Brock Purdy gets hurt, the game plan is run the ball and
we talking
hold
Brock
the
Purdy
ball.
and Patrick Mahomes here.
No, I'm just talking an injury. The game plan is the same thing. In that game, you want to keep the ball out of the Niners' hands because they can't do anything anyway. They're
You don't-
dead in the
you-
water.
you
What
don't
you want to do against Kansas City is keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. You want to run the ball, which is exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles did with 3 different running backs and Hurts, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and throw Boston Scott in there for no reason. We're not even talking about A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So that, in terms of controlling the clock, which is what you just mentioned, which is how you beat Patrick Mahomes, you keep the ball out of his hands, right?
Yeah.
It ain't that hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
And I ain't saying play dirty.
It ain't hard to play, and it's
I'm
hard
not
to do.
about to say play dirty at all. But we all know there used to be this guy up in Detroit. Now he plays for Philly. Big Sue
Oh,
ain't
man.
just a game banger.
Dude.
He's a real slanger right now. You don't think they're going to send him in there and tell him go get him? You don't think he's going to try to go
Dude,
and get him in?
dude, I ain't even-
he didn't play dirty before.
I ain't, you've,
Why not? This is the biggest game of your
You talking
career.
about when he kicked Aaron Rodgers in the face mask? I'm like,
dude,
oh,
he's
He
done,
got a
he-
few.
dude, he's
It's
done
all-
all
a lot of
that
his
shit.
dirty stuff. He has something against Rodgers.
He
had
well,
something
it's
against
good.
Rodgers.
Well,
I used to love
He
it.
played against him twice a year, but Sue does everybody, and
But I
that's,
used to love it.
and that's Big Red Nation. You know, University of Nebraska proud. I've been in that weight room, the Ndamukong Suh weight room, and yeah, I didn't.
That's what it's called for real?
Yeah, after he graduated there, he funneled a bunch of money and redid the locker
Man,
room.
you got
there.
Fletcher, you got
Dude.
Cox. I mean, it's so
That's the
many
same
guys.
person.
Fletcher Cox. I mean, you know what I
No,
mean. It's
but
another one.
they got some-
Brandon.
They got Reddick. I know they got some dudes. They got some guys. They got some
guys that's gonna
ballers.
go
We
get
talk
'em,
about
man.
we got the best 2 teams all season. Both number 1 seeds.
Agreed, yeah.
We got the best player. We got the super player versus the super team, and it's
You
going to
lock-
be a
you
super
have somebody
battle.
Lock up Kelsey.
That's impossible.
Contain Kelsey.
What
Where else
what
is he
they
gonna
used to
go?
say in NBA Street Volume 1? You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him because you
Right.
can't contain him. You can't stop him. He's going to get in a touchdown. So Travis Kelce has a touchdown score. Also Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. But no, bro, you can't. You ain't. They're not going to be able to stop him. And my thing is that if they could get off to a roaring start, first drive is a touchdown. All right, you might stall out, get a field goal, second drive. But, like, can they succeed in their scripted plays? Because they got the best freestyler in the game. He going to spit you a hot 16, and he going to do it, and it's going to be fire. When I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes, because he's the best freestyle quarterback.
I like that,
So when
actually.
it comes to spitting bars, he's going like it's a strong signal. He going to do that.
He gonna have to do
but
that, man.
for the script, for them lyrics, can Andy Reid? This is analogy is fire right now. But can Andy Reid write a good script for them to follow in the beginning of that game?
So everything is scripted. We've been seeing all this week.
get the f-
No,
we gonna
no.
go there? Everything
That's
is
not what I'm
scripted
talking
in
about. I could
NFL.
care less. I seen that. Marlon Humphreys. Marlon Humphreys tweeted out that it was scripted that he.
We're gonna keep it going. We off bars
Your boy
now.
Jamar go for over 200 yards.
All right, finish your. You said 35-14. Finish
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
picks.
go a
We'll
little
move
bit
on.
higher. I'm gonna go 35-21.
Damn, that's still a beatdown, dude.
I don't
Jer?
trust. And
You're just
You know
giving it a
what?
seven
I
point
got-
game.
I got 31-27 Chiefs.
All right. Say yours again just as a good
35-21.
because I cut you off, but say what?
35-21 Eagles.
I can't.
Shout out to Gilly.
I'm going to say something after that. I don't remember.
Yeah, because everybody going to be there. Will Smith's going to be there. Kevin Hart's going to be there.
Oh, Philly.
You know who's going to be there for Kansas City? It ain't just Patrick Mahomes. That's all they need. They need the whole Philly behind them to be strong. Hey, I hope the Chiefs fans did not touch that statue. That's it. As long as they, as long as
you even be there, you supposed to be in
Nah.
Phoenix right now.
you don't think they got Kansas City fans in Philly that is bold enough to try to do that, to be the
We
ones
already
to
seen how that turned out.
to be the one to put something on the statue and then try to go. Nah, just don't jinx it, bro. Forget that jinx. Everybody who
want
touches the
points.
statue, the 49ers touched the statue. What happened to them? The Vikings touched the
25.
statue. Look what happened to them. Who else?
What you going, Ryan?
Who you
Kansas,
rolling with?
Kansas City 27-24.
I like it.
Boring. It ain't going to be that, but
That ain't a boring game.
27,
It could be some interceptions in that game, some
All right.
exciting.
we'll have
That's not a defensive
All right.
game.
see that's the God dang.
So that's the game, man.
All right, game.
We want to talk about the halftime show. We want to go there.
Oh, Riri?
Yeah.
You guys excited for that one?
Anyways,
Yep.
next, where we going to?
Gonna be
Put your
good.
capes on.
You putting your cape on for
Or you guys
Rihanna?
get me in trouble.
Put your cape on for Riri.
You get yourself in trouble. I don't care about Riri.
Yeah, I will definitely be tuned in to Rihanna at halftime.
I mean, we all gonna be locked in, but if it ain't gonna be, we all know what the most fire Super Bowl performance was. I was a kid. when
Lady
it happened.
Gaga, you got it, dude.
Janet
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah.
The Chili Peppers and
Nelly.
Prince.
I mean, I like the West Coast one last year.
It wasn't
But,
bad.
you know,
Not bad.
Down, you know,
All right.
as they say, for the culture.
So we're caping. What is this? Collective capes for? That's so funny.
Still in the chat.
Well,
Hey,
why
put your
would-
favorite Super Bowl
Why
moments.
Why wouldn't you be able to use the logo? You know. Yeah, I don't know. But we got redacted. The FBI came in and redacted the Yamo stream, man. Goddamn, Big Brother. They're watching. Redacted. All right.
Google that one. I
We're
thought
cap-
that was a shot at Dak Prescott.
We are.
Continue.
Dude, there you go. We are caping for Rihanna. She's gonna have a sexy halftime performance.
He's
Tune in.
capable for Rihanna.
All right, with Ryan. In the passenger seat, that is.
I think. All right. Well, I'll get mine out of the way then, I guess. Because I'm going to cape for Nick Sirianni. Because I've been saying Andy Reid has got the edge. He's the brains. He's the walrus. He knows his role. He does his
can't
thing.
get outcoached in this.
But
Trying to be too cute.
big game, yeah, and that's, Sirianni might try and get too cute. I don't know. We'll see. But he's going to have to basically do everything right. And if anything, halftime adjustments, all those things. So Nick Sirianni, it's on you. Have your boys prepped and ready. You've done a pretty damn good job all season, especially through the playoffs. You've had a couple weeks, but this is new territory. So we'll see if Nick Sirianni, put your cape on. You're going to have to outcoach Andy Reid to get a dub this weekend.
Go ahead, man.
Did you figure yours out yet?
If I did, I wouldn't be pointing to you. But, I'm going to put my cape on.
Let me go ahead and put my cape on for the man.
Patty Mac?
Of course.
Yeah, that won't be mine, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know. So I know we wasn't gonna say this, but I need to put my cape on for Superman himself. Hopefully he go out there and put this cape on. He been putting on his cape against the Jaguars. He put his cape on against the Bengals, and it's time to put your cape on and get this second Super Bowl, young man. Give me.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to see right there. I'm going to put my cape on once he's getting done putting his cape on. But he got to pull up a little stats. We're going to let him have his
That's
little
right.
time to shine.
All right, I'm putting on my cape
for
for
a little time.
Yeah,
man.
good
That's
job.
one thing
Because
that's one thing Patty Mac going to have. He's not going to have no time.
Oh yeah,
Not going to buy him no time.
So you basically was just my Orlando Brown. Thank you for your protection because I know Reddick was coming and I already got my pass off. And my pass is I'm caping for Patrick LaVon Mahomes the second. Yeah, middle names. So shout out to my boy shout out to my boy Patty Mac. We need 250 yards, at least 2 to 3 touchdowns. I think he's gonna have 2 touchdowns and he's gonna run for 1. Now, they say he's kind of had bad Super Bowl performances. Like, even if the Super Bowl he won, now, if Jimmy G hits Emmanuel Sanders, who knows what happens in that Super Bowl. And if he don't get that punt off to Tyreek Hill, who's no longer there. I bet he wish he had him today. This up and
Shit,
coming
he ain't
Sunday.
worried.
I'm sure he's not worried. You know, the most valuable player that he will get that.
Would he wish he had Tyreek
We didn't even
Hill?
talk
I bet
about
everybody
NFL
would.
awards either. Shout out to Justin Jefferson, Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh, that's coming.
But you know, but I think I need to put my cape on for Patrick Mahomes the second. Go ahead and just get your thing, man. 2 touchdowns, 250 yards, get the dub, bring it on home to Kansas.
Will he have more than 300?
Evans, no. Go ahead and say it.
I mean, he can. I've seen Dakota Rain Prescott put 40 points up on that same exact defense, healthy and all.
All right, I'll look up the over-under real fast.
So I'm pretty sure it's something crazy, 290, 280. But I definitely could see him putting up 300, whether it's garbage time yards or if it's legit. But do whatever it takes to win. If you don't need to throw for 300, he ain't got to throw for 300. Just get Kelsey for them first downs. But I'm caping for Patrick Mahomes, man. Go ahead and get it done. Hit your targets. He hit everyone up last week.
Seeing on the Bet MGM
Or
app,
the other
it's,
2 weeks
it's
ago.
even listed as the big game. So, all right, Will.
I'm going to put my cape on for Mr. Smith over there and also Mr. Brown. We're going to go by,
There
you
you go.
going by, middle names and all
Nice.
that other stuff. I'm gonna
Special
go by,
Agent Smith.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go. I like, dude, yeah, they could be kind of like MIB.
Yeah, because I
Smith
just
and
feel like they
Brown.
got to take care of
That's very
guys like Trent McDuffie, who's a
MIP,
rookie.
Men in
Snead, Reed, Thornhill. That's the whole secondary of the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think if Jalen Hurts is really going to put on his cape and go Superman mode on him, that's who he's going to need is those 2 guys to really just anchor down. I seen how he did the Squillers way back a few, earlier in the weeks, how they were just taking over and just going deep to Brown all the time. And I think they got the chance to do the exact same thing. Run up that score, give me what I said, about 42 points, 35, 42 points in that range, and go ahead and come home with the victory for the NFC, man. Just don't let it be for the AFC.
Dude, nice.
I like what you said, but
They're gonna
I don't think it's going to happen.
They've been absent, so I like that.
Because Jalen Hurts hasn't had a good throwing performance at all in
Right.
these playoffs. He
That's
hasn't.
why I put the cape on for him now.
I'm just letting you know. I don't see it
Big
happening.
players make big plays at big times.
All right.
No bigger station than the big game.
There's the cake.
And in the biggest game I seen him in, he got pulled at halftime.
Cool.
He was still a young jit back
yeah, the
then, man.
biggest
He
game-
was a young
the biggest
bull.
game he
You know,
played in
Philly
was
words,
last
man. He was still a
weekend.
young bull back then.
Nah, he was
Now he grown
definitely.
The biggest game he played in was last weekend, the NFC Championship.
I'm talking about the last title game.
That's debatable. Is the NFC Championship bigger than the National Championship? The answer is yes. All right, moving on
Some
to the
people
big
think it's
boys.
rigged.
Because you got to play you got to play the National Championship to even try to get to the NFC Championship. That's the whole process, right?
Not everybody gets to it. I did see that
Fine.
Devontae
All right.
Smith could be the first Heisman winner to, or not the first, but the 4th or 5th Heisman winner to win a Heisman
fifth.
national title and a Super Bowl.
Nice.
fifth.
And on that factoid, we are going to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back. Sit tight here on That's Debatable.
Different
Can I
crowd.
play?
No, wait a minute.
A 22-year-old
Parent.
dressed up
Oh,
for a JV high school game and decided to play. But wait a minute,
was balling.
they still lost.
Did they?
They still lost.
Time out. Black on the play. Wait, they still lost?
They still
Did
lost.
you see the news? Did you see the news report where it got her swat? The girl shot through the wall. Y'all, go check this out. And is he funny?
I gotta take off my glasses during the show.
Listen, I can. Then they had the parent of the girl. They had the daddy of the girl she impersonated mad because she had on his daughter's jersey.
Oh my
And she scored more points. Oh,
God! I am losing it live and living color. I got
listen,
tears coming
when
down
she
my eyes.
did- when she did an M1, she was like this.
But why was she 22 playing JV?
don't-
She couldn't play varsity.
I tried to think if there was a reason, a good enough reason.
Welcome back to the show, gang. And there you go. The last image you saw, me, myself, and Chris Hartley, betting with the best. Our first episode's coming up Thursday at 5 o'clock, just in time for your drive time. Sports betting is what Chris does. I have a big passion and interest in it. So we're going to bring him in. He's a handicapper on the side. He's been on fire the last month or so. He's got a lot of experience. And he's just a cool guy. He's also a former classmate of ours at the OMS. So I'm interested and excited to get paired up with my man Chris Hartley. You can find him at CJH Media Sports. Visit his website, those things, but tune into Yamo Media Thursday night, 5 o'clock, for Betting with the Best, myself and Chris Hartley. And then the clip you saw of Girls Only, Tanisha Benson and Candace Allen. They talk high school girls hoops weekly Wednesday night here on Yamo Media. And they're going to be covering the state high school girls tournaments coming up here in the next month. So make sure to tune in to Yamo Media. Catch Girls Only. Candace and Tanisha, they're awesome, and they know their stuff, man. So if you're interested in any sort of hoops action, just tune in for some good entertainment. Those are the ladies. Girls Only, Wednesday nights on Yamo Media. Catch me and Chris Thursday, 5 o'clock on Yamo Media. Back to the action. We're going to talk a lot about NBA, and we're going to talk about sports betting here over the next half hour before we get out of here.
Yeah, because I definitely got to get one more slip before this game starts tonight.
That's right. 10 o'clock coming up. Thunder taking on LeBron. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just buckets on buckets on buckets. He likes to cash some over points for me. But before then, we mentioned it earlier. LeBron needs 36 tonight. Is he going to do it? And I got that title wrong. He's not going to Milwaukee. Thursday, the game is in L.A., so my apologies.
Man. I had it with you.
I need to do
thought it was the other way around.
I can't read.
Should have did our homework a lot better. We apologize for those mishaps.
Got to go to detention after class.
What the total stats?
No, it says in Milwaukee. The game's in L.A. So either way, LeBron's breaking it in L.A. Will it be tonight or will it be tomorrow?
I got 36 tonight against
I've got
OKC.
him under 32.5.
Man, as Jerry alluded to earlier, you got all the family in the stands.
Right.
You got friends in the stands. You got tickets going for $75,000, $90,000 and stuff like that.
Dude.
More than Beyonce tickets. I mean, I see Bron breaking that record tonight. Putting the guys on his back. AD's back. Russ is trying to keep a job. Kai's in Dallas now.
Russ' job is fine. And they would have won the last game if they finished it with Russ instead of Schroeder. And they messed up my parlay because of it. But I don't like in what fashion do he break the record?
They
got it's OKC tonight. I've seen that Shannon Sharp was talking about doing the Kareem Skyhook to break the record.
Yeah.
Just to pay homage.
He was on with Mike Wilbon, too, and Mike asked him that one, too. Was he going to break the record and with the hook shot? He said he only used that shot in horse. Never really tried it in the real game or anything. But I think he goes for broke, man. You at the
is it a competitive game? Is it a blowout? Like I would rather him not get it tonight. Go ahead, finish with a hot 26. Just give me 25 points is all I need. I just need 25, 6, or 6 anyway. Just give me that. Just do that, and then it could be more monumental next week against next game versus the Bucks.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's OKC. OKC, you gonna break the record tonight, maybe. But I'd rather just do it against Milwaukee, do it against the team that Kareem got drafted to, and do it to the team that Kareem got drafted to while in the uniform Kareem was wearing when he broke the record himself. So it'd be a better storyline, bigger game. You got Giannis in the building, the best player in the world. I'm still taking Kevin Durant, but no, it'd be bigger. I just think OKC tonight is cool, and maybe they blow them out, maybe they don't. If it's a competitive game, that's because the Lakers is playing down to the competition. They always do. Which is why their record is what it is right now, because you can't have all these Hall of Famers on this one team and not get it done. But he probably do break it tonight. I would rather him break it on Thursday just to leave people on edge a little bit more. Need 11 points to break it.
And it's possible. You say that number, and it's kind of ironic that you say it because, he scored 41 against Boston, but other than that, he hasn't gotten over 30. His next high was 28, and that was against New York.
It was a couple
other than
38s
that,
in there, I thought.
28, 27 his last game, 26, 28, 41, and 20. That was his last 5 games.
Yep.
So, I mean, he could be due for another 40 ball. We've seen LeBron be able to come out there against –
He shouldn't have to drop 40 against OKC. That's another thing. He
Right.
shouldn't have to drop 36 against OKC. If we just keeping it a bean, he shouldn't even have to break the record tonight. It's just we want him to do it. That's it. Because it's OKC. Like, that's it. I mean, you got Shea averaging 30. He all-star. You know, Josh Giddey or whatever. They still competing for Wembanyama. Like this is what this is. Like, who should have a monster night tonight is Anthony Davis. Because they ain't got no bigs. Like, I mean,
it's back-to-back
it's just
home
all
games.
about,
As long
you know,
as it's
Bron,
broken in L.A.
hey, Bron,
and not on the road,
you
that's
breaking
all I
record
want to
tonight,
see.
Bronny? This Bron telling me no.
Nope.
This Bron is telling me no. So I don't think he's going to break it tonight again. Just take 25, 6 or 6. He's going to do that. And since Anthony Davis been back, his assists been back up, which I figured would be. So he can do 7, 8. But I say 6 is the safest bet with Bron. So go ahead, take that.
All right, Anthony Davis, his points over under is 26.5. I just seen 27.5 some places. We take AD over 26, 26.5. You got Bron. What'd you say?
I had him at 25.
6 assists.
Oh, yeah.
And 25 maybe.
Bron
Definitely 8 boards.
Bron more of looking. He ain't worried about the record. That's what he already going to tell you. He going game
not
by
wor-
game.
He can't
You looking
worry
at,
about- we know
at
what's gonna
OKC
happen.
right
Unless
now.
he just get hurt.
OKC is 1 game ahead of them because they have 28 losses. LA has 29. They're 2 games out of that 10 spot, which would be the play-in game. So I think Bron is more focused on getting the win. He ain't really worried about the numbers, which can allude to maybe he won't break the record tonight. But, I mean, as long as they coming out hot, I think he puts the team on his back and he goes for broke. I don't think he don't have nothing else to lose. He don't got nothing else to, except for games. And he ain't trying to lose in his final games,
And now they with the 11th seed.
And you act like it's easy for him to just score against like Milwaukee's a slouch.
He's going to score enough tonight to where he's not going to get shut down in the next game. That's what I'm saying. If he needs 36, if he give me 25, he's going to need 11 to score. That's what I said.
Which game is easier for him to score on? OKC or Milwaukee? I know you're saying like 15
I mean,
points he can get.
personally, it's LeBron James. He's going to score against anybody. None of the teams is going to have somebody to guard him. And now you got Giannis over there, but Giannis isn't going to man up the whole game. Like, it's going to be Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton. Like, that's who's going to be guarding him. Nobody's stopping Brown from getting to the bucket, bro. He's just go out there, get 25, 26, 27 points. Do what you normally do. You ain't even got to get the 36 unless you got all these people in the stands. But here's my thing. They're going to be in the stands the next game anyway. So it is what it is. Like you got Uncle Shannon Sharp. I don't even know why to say Uncle Shay Shay, but that's
All
what
right,
they
there you
call
go.
him. But you got the PJ on standby if you don't break it tonight.
I got one. Lakers to win. Gilgeous Alexander, 20 points. And Anthony Davis, 25 points.
That's what I want to go bust you right there.
That's plus
I think
105.
AD.
You don't
I
think
don't know
AD
if
is
AD
going
gonna
for
get you
25?
25, man.
I mean, he averages 26, but I do. But since AD been back, I know the first couple games I did 15, but now AD's been back enough to where that him just putting 15 down ain't enough for AD. You ain't the payout, the add to it ain't enough. So like you gotta do somewhere 19, 18, 20. I wouldn't do 25 for AD for the just in case, because I don't know how his teammates.
I can take him at 20.
I don't know how his teammates is gonna.
right.
Is they're gonna want him to break this record tonight? Like we
They
also
gonna feed him the ball.
like he's gonna have the ball already. Now my thing is when he has the ball, what Bron are we looking at? Are we looking at a Bron that's surveying a scene, trying to get his big man involved early, or are we gonna look at a Bron that's trying to attack early? Like we know what type of Bron we gonna get from the way he decided to come out in that first quarter, because he gonna chill sometime in the second. They're gonna pull him out. So is he gonna sit back and survey the scene, or is he gonna go out and kill?
How about LeBron with 4.5 assists?
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah,
25, 6, and 6. Book it.
25, 6, and 6.
Now, if you want to go ahead and do the plus 30, 35, just because you think you're going to break the record tonight, go ahead. But I know he's going to definitely get you at least 25 points tonight, because that's what he does. You can pencil him in for 25, just about.
Well, I'm going to pencil this in just for the sake of this clip, man. I'm going to say congratulations to LeBron James for getting over 38,387 points, getting that feat, one of the number one scoring leaders in the NBA. Congratulations, LeBron James, on getting over 38,387 points.
Boom. Called it. Book it. I like it.
So, yeah, shout out to that man, LeBron Raymond James, for achieving this accomplishment. You know, it takes a lot. Kareem had this award record for 38 years. I turned 30 this year. You got to add some more years on top of that. So, I mean, even you guys, y'all don't even think y'all old enough when the record was actually broken. It's been I don't know when or whoever will break it after him.
Ain't nobody even
Now,
close.
how far? Now, I seen that I keep saying Kareem, one of them Lakers, Kareem played like 6 more years after he broke, added 6 more thousand points once he broke that record to get it to where it was. How far can Brown push it out there? Who knows? But, you know, shout out to LeBron James for this accomplishment. I ain't gonna say all that extra stuff, but I mean, if you want to have a
by
GOAT
the time
debate,
we get back next Tuesday, he gonna be in broken for sure.
Yeah,
You
he gonna
can't
definitely
say
be
that.
there.
He
He
gonna
gonna
get
definitely
36
been
before next Tuesday.
he's definitely getting 36 by this weekend. That's for sure. But
yeah.
So shout out to LeBron this accomplishment. It doesn't change anything, but it just this is a record to really be saluted.
All
You
right.
say it doesn't change anything.
Going to be great.
I mean, because some
We'll
people
get to-
want to use this as
We'll
a
have
GOAT
that
debate.
debate next week
But
after he breaks it and owns the points records. I want to talk about a little Kyrie.
My
Moving
guy?
to Dallas.
Man,
The guy.
what is KD gonna do? Easy money. Y'all know y'all know who that is. Easy money sniper.
No, we want to talk about Dallas and if they've got a shot at the West now.
I mean, yeah.
1-2. I mean,
I'm still concerned about Kevin Wayne.
Luka, we'll worry about him in a minute. We're talking about Kyrie because he got traded to Dallas. And the best thing I saw out of this thing was the Brooklyn Nets owner, Joe Tsai, saying that he just refused the Lakers offer out of spite. Sent him to Dallas, shut down all that big money. There's a lot of articles about it. Go check it out. Joe Tsai. Spite is very good if you watch Seinfeld. So their odds went to plus 800 after the Kyrie trade from 12 or something like that. Luka is the man. The problem is he had to do it all. Now he doesn't, and he's got one of the best dudes around. What Kyrie shows up in Dallas though?
A Kyrie that's been averaging 27, 5, and 5 this whole year. A Kyrie that's been having before all the behind the scenes stuff, because it's not on the floor, it's not his teammates. But he was like this is probably one of his best seasons he's had ever.
Does he fit with Mark Cuban?
Yeah, I mean, right now Kyrie is just a hired gun. Will he get a long-term contract? I don't know, but this is a good hitman for that type of team that they got. You put him next to Luka. He's played. People keep calling Kyrie a ball-dominant player, but he could play. He's played alongside LeBron James, who's been the most ball-dominant player. You know, he's played alongside Kevin Durant. Like, he's played alongside other superstars. He's played at Duke in a system. Like, he's able to play. Like, he get his off and he got to dance, but he still could play within it. Now, and Luka's a professional. I think Luka is going to respect what Kyrie could do. Can they win the West? I don't know. My only concern with Kyrie is, because I'm pro Kyrie. I don't got my Kyrie shirt on because it is a Brooklyn Kyrie shirt. So I gotta get a Dallas Kyrie shirt next. I'm happy he didn't go to LA because I can still root for Kyrie. Unless it's my money line. That's the only time I root for the Lakers is if I'm betting on them. But I think my only question for Kyrie, which nobody brings up, not none of your analysts on TV, not none of the sports people, Ramadan. Ramadan is around the playoff time, and every year Kyrie is either low energy or injured during this time. Which 2 years ago, or the big toe series, he was hurt. Was it a dirty play by Giannis? Go back and look at the footage. That's debatable, but it's also a Ramadan thing. Last year, after he flipped off the fans with the big fourth quarter that they still lost, games 2, 3, and 4, he went missing. Now, did he just go missing, or was it an effect of, Ramadan, low energy, not having everything you need to go in a high playoff game like that? I don't know. So I just got to see it come playoff time. Like, can they be the team like the Clippers who can still match up defensively against a team like that and score? Because obviously the Mavericks don't have a defense. They're going to just try to outscore you, that was the Nets method. And did it work? No. So will it work over there? I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a nice duo.
Oh, yeah, shit.
I think Luka and Kyrie,
they're going to be
put them two in the
awesome.
pick and roll together. It's gonna be It's gonna be
Luka's
dancing.
Luka's already one of the most fun people to watch.
Luka is the highest scoring person in the first quarter, and Kyrie is the highest scoring person in the fourth quarter. If they could somehow merge that together and figure out how to work in between, and for all 4 quarters, who knows? Christian Wood is a wild card. He could do everything. He's not really a defensive big man, but as far as 20 and 10, you could pencil him in for that too. Like they got a little squad. Now,
well, and currently the Mavericks are 5th in the West. They're 29 and 26.
Yeah.
Let's see. They
2
are
games back from the 4th seed East.
I don't have their.
I mean, Clippers. They're 2 games
So,
back.
I mean,
from
they're
the
right
Clippers.
in the money. They're 7-2 in their division, 5-5 in their last 10, 10-17 on the road, 19-9 at home. So, and it's right at, trade deadline's coming up Thursday. This is obviously the biggest piece of anything like that.
Still, Kev gets traded.
He's not getting traded. He still has 3 more years left on his deal. I mean, can we talk about the other side now? Because I do have on my KD support, though.
Well, let's talk
but before. I
well,
mean,
don't
everybody.
Let's talk about the
Everybody's
trade
talking
deadline.
about Kai, but nobody's talking about Markieff Morris. Why not?
Because, Markieff was never available for the Nets anyway. He never played, and nobody cares.
I didn't think so. I just want.
I mean, he's not even the best twin.
That.
The best twin is in L.A.
We're not talking about those twins. They went to KU.
With the exact tats.
I want to talk about the trade deadline. Who's the hottest name on the trade deadline market?
Oh man, he's already gone.
That's like who is now?
Man,
who's next up?
Maybe Fred VanVleet.
And who needs to really?
Yeah,
and who
Zach
needs
LaVine,
to make a move?
DeAndre Ayton. I mean, you still got those guys who was out there. You brought up Kevin Durant, but that's because of the offseason trade. He's not going nowhere. But they hope that Kevin Durant, is able to just trust the process.
You said Zach LaVine. Bulls are 500. They're 9th in the East.
Yeah, I seen a trade.
They're
to
down
where
10 at half.
The Bulls, because the Bulls and Zach LaVine uplifted his trade, no trade clause, and I seen that the Nets could possibly flip Spencer, Seth, and some other players and draft picks to try to get Zach LaVine over to Brooklyn, which for me, Brooklyn and Chicago are both of my squads. So it helps me because Kevin Durant might
both teams.
It helps both teams because because I know Zach LaVine respect Kevin Durant enough to know that that's Kevin Durant versus thinking he's on the same playing field as DeMar. It won't be none of that. They won an Olympic gold medal together, so Zach LaVine.
Nice.
Yeah, Zach LaVine and Kevin Durant led that championship. That was also our introduction to That's Debatable, the Olympics. Yeah, so I think that could really work out.
Zach LaVine to the Nets.
Well, I don't think Kevin Durant's going nowhere in the Nets, and
Right.
I think the Nets. This was the best trade possible. It fits. The pieces that they got back over. Like if they traded, I kept telling people, why would you trade him to L.A.? Because what? Tell me what lineup would work with Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons. You got Russell Simmons.
Nice.
You can't get enough cash back with that gold card, with that rush card.
How about let me ask you if the Bucks or the Celtics are making any moves? They just
the
Celtics.
Celtics is dangling.
Brown.
They're dangling Jaylen Brown out there again for trying to get Kevin Durant, which is messed up.
Which is messed up.
Because it is. Jaylen Brown is an all-star. He's averaging. He's averaging like 25 or plus more points a game, and he's a stud. Now, of course, Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, and if you put Kevin Durant next to Jason Tatum, yeah. But I don't want to have to cheer for. I don't want to have to cheer for the Celtics. So because I'm going where Kevin Durant goes. My favorite team is the Bulls, but I also go where KD goes. So that's why I'm a Nets fan. But no, I don't want to see him go to Boston. But they're dangling Jaylen Brown out there again just to try to see what it do. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trading Kevin Durant to no Eastern Conference team either. I don't want to see them succeed over here. So I'm looking for Phoenix that way. But the hot names ain't really no hot names necessarily. Will the Lakers trade Russell Westbrook? Is it enough? Will they help out LeBron? That stuff's still going around. And, LeBron talk about maybe it's me.
But I like to see impact. Like Fred VanVleet could go somewhere and make an impact.
He could go to
things
Brooklyn
like that. I'm curious to see what
Brooklyn. I think I've been saying the Raptors they need to blow it up anyway. Like Siakam need to go somewhere. FVV, let Scotty Barnes and that young squad, OG and Achua, let them figure it out over there in Canada. But Siakam, FVV could really help out some teams that's on the verge of really championship contenders. Like if you put Fred VanVleet in Brooklyn, that'll really be a really solid point guard.
All right. There's the NBA trade deadline. It's Thursday, I think, 4 o'clock Eastern, something
Yeah.
like that. So keep an eye out.
You're going to see some more names going around.
You'll see a few, but
it might be quiet. The biggest trade already happened.
Yep. And
Little
yeah, I
Russ
mean, teams
move.
are kind of set. You know, Nuggets are sort of stocked where they are. 76ers, they don't seem to be making much moves. I mean,
The only
We'll see.
teams, it'll be the Nets.
there's a lot going on.
The Nets,
The West is
The
kind of
Heat.
iffy right now, too.
the Nets and the
I was
Heat.
trying to pull it up.
The Nets and the Heat in the East make a move. I could see the Clippers are still trying to make a move, and the Suns are still trying to make a move. I also seen, well, the Clippers is interested in D'Angelo Russell. So, yeah, that's who might be hot. My fault. So, because I'm looking at it now.
You good?
D'Angelo Russell was on the trade. He wants to be out of there. So, I could see the Clippers is trying to make a move to get another point guard. The Lakers are always, everybody's trying to figure out how can you help LeBron. So, LeBron never has enough help these days. Even though he got all these Hall of Famers on his team, whatever. But them is the trying to get Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley. So the Jazz got some players. Like I said, D'Angelo Russell.
I'm looking at the Kings right now. With them being that high, you don't think they're going to try to make any moves?
I
or
mean,
get
they
their set?
technically made their move last year. That's how they got Sabonis. Like right now, who would they move? Because I'm the
I know
team.
you're
The
not
Kings
going
is a team.
Fox.
The
Fox
Kings
is always a hot name on that team.
and they're not going. That's their future. Right?
Right.
They're not going to move him unless he requests out. And right now, it's looking like they're going to make the play. Like I don't see them falling off. Like they 7 games above 500. After this All-Star break, I think Sabonis is going to get back into form. He got this hand injury, so Sabonis ain't been giving me my 15 and 10 like he's 15, 10 and 6 like he's been doing.
This way.
He ain't been giving me my points like he's supposed to. So the Kings, I don't think they're going to make some moves. I think they're going to trust the process. Keegan Murray, they got some young talent over there, and they got some vets. They made the move for Sabonis last year.
They're a fun team to watch.
Yeah, and they brought in Mike Brown. So, I think they just going to try to stand pat and just try to figure it out. The Grizzlies,
They've been having a hell of a year.
I don't know what the Grizzlies are going to do. The Grizzlies, they lost 3 straight, and they 1-10 since they're 1-10 since Steven Adams went down, and they're also 1-10 since the Shannon Sharp incident.
Yeah.
So it's like the Grizzlies. It's not that they need to make a move, but they just they just need to shut up.
There you go.
Shut up and dribble. Sorry. Kill this media member for that.
Yep.
But
Shut
them
up
is the
and play
teams I
ball.
see that's gonna make
right.
moves.
Excellent. There's some live action right now. Like I said, I got the Bulls getting 8.5. You want in? Hot news coming in from the desk.
Well, you can call it news. You don't kind of call it a promo.
What's up, AD?
So we got the show starting Thursday with Betting with the Best.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
and Chris Hartley. So I'm just going through my bets for the day. And just not going to throw them all out there, but everything that he has told me to bet today currently is going to hit. The only one not sure about is the under 133.5 with I don't remember. Virginia, yeah. It's the only one that doesn't look for sure. But the three, the parlay, Indiana U, Ohio, Michigan State, they're all going to win on the money line, it looks like. Phoenix -4.5, they're winning by 8. Ohio and New Mexico money line, Ohio's up by 7. Tampa Bay and San Jose, he said do the over. They're tied at 3, so we're guaranteed to hit that one. Just make sure you check out Betting with the Best. These guys know what they're talking about. Sports betting is not betting if you know what you're doing. It is investing. And that's just kind of a little Twitch shameless plug for your show on Thursday.
Excellent money there. Yeah, the Knicks money line. That one's already wrapped up.
So where you getting this information? He's
CJHmediasports.com. You can follow him on Facebook.
He's tweeting
Chris
this stuff
Hartley.
out?
Yep. You can follow him on Twitter or follow him on
I know I
Facebook.
just added him on Facebook.
His name is Chris Hartley. Yeah, he pumps out some free plays.
And he does have the platinum pitch as well,
Yeah,
which
and
I'd
he's-
recommend everyone investing in.
He's got a membership, basically a subscription that you can pay for. He gives out about 5 to 8 plays a day, everything from parlays, spreads, money lines, you name it. And like I said, we'll have more of this on Thursday. Chris and I will be here. Great wealth of information. He's been doing it for several years. He's got some people that kind of train him what to do. There it is. I've kind of just done it casually for 20 years or so. It's always been an interest of mine. And that's also just a discussion. We like doing this. We like talking about it. I mean, parlays with Bays is one thing that I always like doing. Like he said, he's rattling off. I don't know how many assists whoever's going to get on any given night. So as I like talking about this while we were just doing that, I threw one together. So the game ain't till 10 o'clock. I'm on MGM. They've got some simple. So what I did was parlays with Bays. I put this one together as he was talking. I got LeBron James over 4.5 assists. Anthony Davis, 20-plus points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20-plus points. And the Lakers to win. That 4-leg parlay is at the juice on that's minus 115. So there you go.
I hope he scored 20 points tonight.
We'll see.
I see the rebounds is checked. What did Julius Randle do tonight? Hold on.
So parlays with Bays. That's what I
Parlays
like
with
to do.
Bays. And guess what Bays is doing? Checking his parlay. And yes, okay, Julius Randle got me 14 and 10.
There we go.
Oh, he got me 20 and 10. So that part of the parlay is checked.
And you were worried when he came in at the show right before halftime. You're worried about that, Julius Randle,
Because he only had 3 at that time.
3 points. In the
it was
middle of
halfway through the
half.
second. Yep, it was halfway through the second quarter, and he only had 3 points. And
Dude
I'm like, I
turned
need
it on
you
and
to just
balled
give me
out.
5, 5, 5, and 5.
But also the Knicks were down 10 to the Magic in the
And they
middle
got the
of the first
dub.
half.
I
They
didn't
got
bet
the
none of
dub.
that. I didn't care about none of that. Now I need to check DeJounte Murray and Brandon Ingram. Can somebody let me know? DeJounte Murray, does he have 15 and does Brandon Ingram have 20?
Gotcha. Looked at, I was at the Hawks.
It's the fourth quarter.
All right,
These guys are scorers.
Boom. Cool.
Let me see what we looking at. What we looking at?
Dude,
DeJounte got 16. And I don't even see. Where's my man name? And B.I. got 26. Okay, check. Okay, check. Okay, so those two are going to be checked. Okay. John Morant and Nikola Vucevic. John Morant, Vuce. I need Big Vuce to have 10 boards. I need Ja to have 20 points. Let me look at that game.
You got to get in on this, Will.
Let me check out points. Ja already got 20.
And if you ain't into it, I guess you ain't into it.
Vuce need 2 more boards
I
in
can't
this
pull the trigger
top of
on
the
it.
third quarter. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so that's check. Check. He need 2 more rebounds. This game just started. I need Anthony Edwards 20 points. I need Jokic.
And also, if you Jay likes to post these on his Facebook if he smashes a big one or something. So tune in. Like I always say, I think I got a social media tag of us down there. You can follow us.
Oh man,
Jared likes to put out some of his picks, or
see,
put out
recently,
some of the parlays that
I've
he
only
hits.
put out.
So
Well, yeah, the reason because I haven't won in a while. Just to be, I mean, big plays, big parlays, and there's always one dude that let me down. One dude don't get assists like the other night.
See,
I know a lot of people probably pick James Harden. Everybody, stay away from James Harden. I'm gonna bring my no bet banned list. Jared's no bet banned list. I'm bringing that in next week. And it's gonna be on a shirt. It's gonna be somewhere, and we're gonna put it up. We're gonna get a board in here, like who not to bet on. Stay away from James Harden and his points, because I needed the man to give me 13. Guess what he got me?
12.
He got 12. So that's the type of stuff that the beard is no. We don't even call him the beard no more. James Harden is now officially closeout game James. So for every game, closeout game James. If it wasn't for Embiid, he'd be getting cooked and roasted. So stay away from James Harden. But them is the type of things. But like right now, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good.
Anywho, come on.
So my fault.
You're good. But see, I
No
also
bet
keep
ban
it to
list,
a
ban
little,
it in.
you know, I'm rocking 4-leg
No, I
parlays.
could
He goes bananas. So
because I'm trying to pay rent. Okay.
Straight like
so
that.
that's what.
I paid last month's rent with it.
But anyway,
Hey,
what
man,
else
I'm
you
just
got?
keeping it a
That's
bean.
it. That's all I got. Thank you for tuning into That's Debatable.
Hey, Sunday,
Add
Sunday,
up.
Sunday. The IBT Report Middle School All-Star Showcase, February 12th at Columbus Academy. Tune in. I'll be calling the game. 1:30 starts with the next up 6th and 7th grader game. 2:30 the girls, 7th and 8th grade game, and 4 p.m. the 7th and 8th grade game. It's one of the biggest phenoms in the 8th grade. Just got to tune in and see, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give a couple names out. But
You gonna be there or what?
I'll be there. I will be there. Signing autographs and all. Get some babies.
What? One of the biggest names in middle school? What's that?
Farrell, I believe his name is.
I thought you was plugging one of your kids or one of your girls.
No,
or
no.
something.
I got high schoolers now, man. Find this young kid
All right.
from Woodward Park.
There you go. IBT. All right, check it out. Will's gonna be there. And dude, there you go. We even got good high school. We even got good 8th grade action around the great state of Ohio.
That's what's been
So,
killing me. Blowouts.
all right, that's all I got, guys.
Blowouts will kill you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Blowouts
We won't keep
kills
you
the
any
vets.
longer. Have a good night. Go Avs, go.
Go Eagles.
Blowouts kill your bets. Chiefs, Kingdom, get the dub.